Okay, so the big question before the timer starts... no, come on, is how do I drive all this?
Okay. Just so all the presenters know, it's the buttons here.
Just there, right, okay.
So
and my
just
slide will
forward.
just come up?
It'll
Oh,
come
right.
up. So it's
Oh,
just
I
an
have a
arrow
heading.
forward and an arrow back.
Okay, right, good. Thank you.
Right, setting it again.
Okay, right. I make life difficult for people, don't I? My topic is carbon neutral revolution and what we can do about that in cities. And my first slide, that one?
Yeah.
My first slide, there we are. I've just lost 15 seconds. Goodness. My first slide is about work we're doing with households in a number of places, helping them to develop their personal strategies to go climate neutral. And it's pretty empowering to actually get them to map out the next few years and the sorts of changes they're going to make, so they can realise that it's actually taken them 20 years to get into a high carbon lifestyle. So they should accept that it's going to take a few years to sort it out. We then also bring in the mix of energy efficiency, green energy and offsets as strategies that they can apply. We can talk about it much more later. Second slide is really just to say there is enormous potential for energy efficiency, and I think we're finally getting through. Goodness, it's a real shock, but we do seem to be getting there. The key thing is, in the context of going carbon neutral, essentially energy efficiency is the key element that saves you money. And in a context where we're seeing energy prices going up, carbon prices on energy and all that, the way to manage the cost problem is if you use half as much, it doesn't matter if energy costs twice as much. Last slide. Transport and access are incredibly important issues to do with a carbon neutral future. And I think we really have to admit that our present urban systems are in chaos simply due to lack of planning and political courage. So we've got a long way to go to fix them up. At the same time, we need to remember everyone focuses on increasing density. We need to increase the organisation of urban systems as well as density. Very important. It may be even more important. There's also the pictures down the side show that a transport revolution is occurring, but most people haven't noticed it, certainly planners. So I keep campaigning for low-speed vehicle lanes and paths, not bicycle paths or lanes anymore. It's some amazing change going on out there. Also, something that's come up with work we've been doing with Vic Urban is just that the cost of car ownership, 2/3 to 3/4 of it is not petrol. And so once we start looking at living costs, I've set it up for you in the once we really start looking at affordable lifestyles, we've got to help people own fewer cars as well as use cars less. Lastly, recent work we've been doing is showing that public transport is actually more greenhouse friendly than even the advocates of public transport have been claiming. So there's a great news story there as well, which can help us move towards carbon neutral. How's that?
That's time.